Hello and welcome to this Madcatz TE2 modification video. I got this Madcatz TE2 Chun Li edition on eBay, and the story, I'll get to that in a little bit, but we're gonna make some little modifications here because this one's a little on the rougher side, so whatever, it comes with the territory on eBay, we'll be fine. We're gonna make a hitbox modification that I got from AllFightSticks. Thanks to the guys at AllFightSticks for that. Let's start off with getting this bezel off. You can kind of see it's a little cracked here. Not ideal. So we're gonna take off the 6 screws here, all at the bottom, under the side, and you will not need the bezel for this because this panel is a bezel-less panel. So after these screws are gone, put them somewhere safe so that way you have them later if you ever want to go back to this original plate. So story on this fight stick, it came in a little on the rougher side. The pictures didn't really show all of the wear and tear on it. Now that we got all the screws out, we can take off the ball top here. So all you need is another little flathead screwdriver, stick it right here in the notch and twist the ball top and it should come off no problem. Before we take the plexi off, let's get the dust cover and the shaft cover off of here as well. That way they don't go flying everywhere. Look at this plexi. Look how cheap and flexible this plexi is, the Flexi Plexi. TE2 owners know how sturdy the plexi is. This is not it. Now let's disconnect the stick here, little 5-pin connector. That'll come in handy later. Now let's unhook the buttons. For those of y'all who don't know, the buttons have a little tab on them that you can put some pressure on and get the buttons to release easy, hence why they're called quick release. So easy. If you didn't know that, now you know. Such a helpful hint. Now let's get these 6 screws on underneath the art off of here. One reason why I'm struggling with this art is because it's glued. Look at here, right here in the buttons, you really can't tell. Not ideal. Let's get the snap out tool out and let's get these buttons out of here. The snap out tool prevents you from breaking your tabs. No more broken tabs on your buttons. Saves you about $3 on your buttons, which adds up over time, and you don't have any more broken buttons. Normally you could just use the plunger, but I just use my finger, no problem. Now let's get the screws off of the panel so we can disconnect it from the body of the stick. Get it out of here. I had to work around the art here. It's glued. The panel was also beat up on the underside. There is some major bowing from, I guess, the previous owner mashing too hard. Not good at all. It was one of the major reasons why I decided to take out this panel. A closer look at the art, you can see here where the person glued it, and it leaves stains on the art here. You can see in a better look over here, you can kind of see the white paper left over from where it started to rip when I tried pulling it apart. Tried my best and I could not get it off. Let's clean out the body of the case here. I just put the buttons here for easy storing so we can put the new panel on here and have it flush and not have to worry about anything on the inside. The panel should go in smoothly. You may have to wiggle it around to get in there to go in flush. We can use these little washers to fasten it to the body of the stick, and they give you extra with the little baggie too, so just in case you lose one of these tiny washers, you're not, stuck up the creek without a paddle. Getting the washers on was really no problem. I hand started them, and then I used some needle nose pliers there to apply the final torque on there. Now we've got the 5-pin connector for our directionals. That's going to replace our stick. I've got my 24mm Sanwa screw-in buttons. I chose the screw-ins because I don't have the 24mm pop-out tool, and I figured, oh, I'll just get the 24mm with the screw-in and not have to worry about buying another tool, but I ended up buying the 24mm screw tool anyway. Now that we've got our directional buttons in, let's get the punches and kicks in. I chose to go with 30mm over 24mm because I tried a friend's hitbox and I really wasn't digging having 24mm for my punches and kicks. The 5-pin plug goes in no problem, the same way that your stick would go in. I had a little bit of trouble figuring out which way it goes, but the lip goes down at the bottom and clicks in. You'll hear it feel a little snap or a little click once it gets in, and it's nice and snug. I put in a yellow button here for a jump, just to pay homage to the original colors of the TE2 for this Chun Li stick. I had a spare one rolling around and I figured it would go better in here. Now, a piece of advice that I would have appreciated when I started this project is that the directions are color-coded. Orange is jump, right is green, red is down, and yellow is left. That would have saved me a lot of time troubleshooting my directions. And that just about does it for all the hard work. Now let's get into a game and test it out. And obviously this didn't go quite as well as I had hoped for, hence why I'm showing training mode video and not video of me online getting waxed. This just goes to show no matter what you use in a fighting game, whether it's an arcade stick, DualShock 4, or a hitbox, you're gonna have to start from square one. You're gonna have to learn your basics, and going from one to the other doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna translate over. There's some stuff, yes, that if you know, you can get it right from the get-go, but it's still like kind of learning a new way to walk. It's like learning to walk all over again. That's the best way to describe it, at least for me, how I felt. There was some stuff that I knew, I just hit the ground running like the quarter circle forward, no problem. But the critical art double quarter circle, it was a little tricky. And if you're on the fence about getting a fight stick or getting a hitbox or getting the mix box where it's the WASD format, go with what's most comfortable to you. Go with you think you're gonna have more fun with. Just like this, you can always convert other stuff. I mean, there are either conversion sets to change a TE2 into the mix box where it's the WASD format, like I said a second ago. But no matter what you do, I think the most important thing is learning the game and having fun. Really, that's kind of why I still play Street Fighter V and other Street Fighters. It's a lot of fun. I still have fun, and it's just great. I really enjoy my time with them, and that's kind of what it is. When people, you know, hate on Street Fighter V, I just look at it and think, yeah, well, you know, that's just your opinion. I still have fun. So, no matter what you do, have fun. Thank you so much for watching. This was a fun video to do. A big thank you to the guys at AllFightSticks for helping me out, getting this panel to me. If you're looking for any sort of modifications, they're a great place to go to. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.